Our knowledge is the nur. Its soundness and effectiveness depends on our sincerity and how we acquire it. This is last part is very important, how we acquire it. Ibn Wahab Rahmullah used to say that what I attained, he was one of the students of Imam Malik Rahmullah. So he says like what I attained through respecting Imam Malik, honoring and respecting Imam Malik Rahmullah, I did not attain that much from the knowledge itself. Right? Now, let's talk about the same thing again and draw forward from there. We believe in concepts, abstracts, right? Now, when we believe in abstract concepts and everything, do you need to be sitting in front of me to acquire some knowledge from me? I said, I am only a mean. I'm only going to bring you some information or whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to channel through me to you. Right? Ulum is not mine. Nothing is mine. Your talab to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what I said in the first class. Your desire for a learning and Allah is the provider. It's just that Allah is going to choose that this is the teacher who is going to talk about it. Right? So, you might ask a question, I will answer it. But the answer doesn't necessarily mean that I am giving the answer. I have acquired it from elsewhere. Right? So, this knowledge is then an abstract, something in air, something that we cannot see. Understand that since we attribute knowledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are many asbab for its acquisition. There are many ways you can acquire it. You don't need to sit in front of me to acquire it like this. Okay, let's look at some of them. One could be a genuinely intellectual student and learn from normal means like maybe books and those things. Imagine Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, Khalilullah, when he was trying to observe the nature around him, did he have a teacher to teach him? No angel came to him to teach him at that time. He observed everything. He observed the moon and the stars and the sun and everything. And he came to the conclusion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Khaliq, is the creator. Without any teacher. Because he was genuinely intellectual individual who could observe and learn things. You could also do that. Many things in Deen, they are not governed by that you have to read in a book to learn it. They're very simple and basic things, right? That Allah is the master, the real master. So obedience has to be for Allah, right? Did I have to come today and tell you that, oh, rivers or water is a natural resource, you should not destroy it? No. A natural person understands it. A general person understands it. I should not be destroying resources. That's not a good thing. Nobody has to tell you basic decency things like don't lie, don't steal. I mean, we know a general person does not do it. So these things you can learn on your own. So one could actually genuinely acquire all these things. One could be respectful towards one's teachers and gain the du'as of the teacher. I may not be able to teach you, let's say, quantum physics. You want to learn quantum physics, okay? Or you want to learn something, how to program apps, right? Or games, or something like that. I may not be able to teach you that, but you may show your desire to me, and you may be very respectful to me. So I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, whether it's the knowledge of computer programming of the apps, or whether it is the ulum of deen, no matter which ulum is coming from you. So this child of mine, he has so much talab, so much desire, and he's so respectful for me. Please allow him that understanding and knowledge, and you will get it. Right? You may not even need the teacher, which is why all the hackers right now, all the people who are hacking and everything, they learn on their own. They don't have teacher teaching them how to teach the system, how to cheat the system and everything. No, they figure it out. When we started doing, we have a whole Quran teaching system, and some of you will know the QSI one. When that system started, on every step we had students who wanted to cheat the system. Right? When the system was telling them recite ba, it's too much trouble, man. Okay, so no, I'm not going to recite at all. Just wait for the time until it's finishing. Then I'll click the done and I'll go back to the teacher. Right. So then the programmer decided to put in, to curtail that, a microphone. To at the same time it will listen to the student reading, so that student has to read something. Okay. So after a while the student figure out, okay, yeah, it's listening, but it's just listening. It doesn't know what I'm saying. So what the student starts saying? Tapping on the microphone. Right. So the computer thinks like, oh, there is sound, so we must be reading. Right. Always finding a cheating. Nobody had to teach them. They just figure it out. Alhamdulillah. Right. So then the programmer went, okay, if that's the case, not only that we're going to be listening, we're going to record it as well. Because that's when it became troublesome for the kids, because now they were coming to the teacher and the teacher said, let's listen what you were practicing, and all you could hear were tuck, 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 tuck. So you were not practicing, you were just tapping onto the microphone. Right? Go back and practice, man. Right? So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Intellect is there. For example, in the Greek mythology and in the philosophy, they do have the concept like, do we know only one language, or do we know all the languages? Right? There is a theory that every human already knows all the different languages, but it's the exposition of those languages that you are actually calling the learning of a new language, right? Which is why actually that's an old philosophy of Greeks, but we can say, which means that when we say al-Arabiya lughat al-Jannah, Arabic is the lughat of Jannah, we are right to say, because it's somewhere in there, hardwired into our genes. We just need to uncover it.